Hello, my creative friends. This is Cheryl Dorsey, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today is Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. And I tell you that date just so if you're watching this at a later date and there are certain specials or things that I mention, they might not be in effect when you watch the video. So with that in mind, I wanted to tell you that right now, to the end of the month, Celebration is still happening. And during Celebration, when you purchase $50 or more in products, you get to choose a free item from the Celebration brochure. And there are stamp sets and packs of paper in there. So there's some really good items that you can get for free. Well, why are we here today? Today, I wanted to show you these really cute Valentine treats that I made, and they're super easy. As you can see, there are some Dove chocolate hearts in there. So let's get started. Let's make something. I always like to start with stamping. So let's do that. I have this little die cut here, and I used this die to make the die cut. It's from the Tailored Tags set of dies. There are two different styles of dies in that set, and they're all different sizes. So I chose one of the smaller ones for our project today. So I went ahead and die cut that out, and now we need to stamp. So the colors that I have chosen for the projects are Gorgeous Grape and Melon Mambo. Bright purple and bright pink. That seems appropriate for Valentine's Day, don't you think? So I'm going to actually be using stamps from 3 different stamp sets today. Let me show you. The first one that I'm using is this Be My Valentine stamp from the Always in My Heart stamp set. This is in the annual catalog. And then I just like the script style of that sentiment. Then I'm also going to be using a heart stamp, this one right here, from the Sweet Conversations stamp set, and this one is in the January to June 2022 mini catalog. And lastly, also in that mini catalog, there's this stamp set called Rainbow of Happiness, and I'm using this little tiny stamp with the 3 little hearts on it. All right, so let's start first with the sentiment of Be My Valentine. And I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grape. So inking up my stamp there. You know what? I always like to test on my scrap paper. So let me just do that real quick. That looks good to me. So a little more ink here. And let's stamp. So I'm going to hold it for just a moment so the cardstock can soak up that ink. And there we go. That looks great. All right, next, I want to put a couple of hearts on there. So I'm going to use this with my Melon Mambo. And this ink is really bright. So I'm going to stamp off before I stamp on my cardstock because I don't want it to be super dark. So I'm going to put one here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put one here, and that one will be even lighter, like that. All right, the last thing is this little heart, this little stamp with the 3 hearts. So I'm going to also ink that up with the Melon Mambo, and I'm going to put 3 hearts right here in the corner. And another 3 hearts in this corner. And that makes for a really cute little tag. I love that. It's simple, but I think it's really pretty. All right. Getting all of that ink out of the way so I don't put my hand or my elbow or something else in it. So now we have our tag. Well, we need to make a base for our project. for those little dove hearts to sit on. So I have a piece of cardstock here, and you know what? Let me get my ruler because I want to make sure I tell you the right dimensions here. It is 3 7/8 by 2. 3 7/8 by 2. All right. Now, I actually want the edges of this to be folded up so it makes a little tray for our candies. So I'm just going to take my trimmer and scorer, and I'm going to score. Let's see, let me move this down a little bit so you can see. There we go. So I'm going to score at 1/4 of an inch on each edge. Okay. When we score things, it just makes it a lot easier to fold them. So I want to fold this up on both sides, just like that. So it makes this nice little tray for the candies to sit in. Then I'm going to put the candies on the tray, but I want them to stay on the tray. I don't want them to slide around and fall off, so I'm going to use an adhesive called Tear and Tape. You can find this in the annual catalog. And I'm just going to take a strip of it right off the roll, tear it, and then I'm going to take my pick tool and lift up the protective coating on there. There we go. And then pull this off so the adhesive is exposed. Now, I just need to place these dove hearts on here. So here we go. Now this is a great project because, you know, let's say you love someone a lot and you want to give them more than 3 candies. Well, you just make the tray longer. You can make it, you can make it with 2, you can make it with 3, you can make it with however many candies that you would like to give. And I am going to turn this over and really rub that because I want to make sure that the hearts have really adhered to that adhesive. Okay, then I'm just going to slip it into this little cellophane sleeve, and I just bought these on Amazon. So we're going to slip it in there and then push it down, shake it down and squeeze it down a little bit, get it down in there. There we go. All the way to the bottom. All right, excellent. Now we need to tie it off at the top. So this ribbon that I'm using is actually retired ribbon, but I thought this was a good way to use up some of my ribbon. So that's what I'm doing. Of course, you can use any ribbon that coordinates with the colors that you choose for your project. Like I said, I chose Gorgeous Grape and Melon Mambo, but you could choose any colors that you like. So I just pulled it tight there, and then I'm going to take my tag and I'm going to feed the corner of this ribbon through and just pull it through like this. And then just tie it off just like that. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim the tails. I kind of like short tails. They seem perky when they're short. So I'm just going to trim those off a little bit. And there we have it. There is our cute Valentine treat. Now, I am making a bunch of these to give to my friends and to give to my customers and to give to my team members. So I hope that you'll make some of these too. If you do, make sure to send me a photograph or post it in our Facebook group. Love to see what you're creating. All right, I think that's all I have for today, but I'll be back soon. There's a new release that just came out on February 1st, a couple days ago, and it's a great set of products. So I will be back soon, and I will show you those. All right, thanks for joining me. See you soon. Bye-bye.